talk. Chanel talk. Chanel talk. Hey Chanel, what you talking about?
Hey you guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial showing you guys how I do my brows. The things that you will need is an eyebrow pencil. I have this one from NYX. It's almost gone. I need to get another one, but never use a black pencil. Always use a dark brown if you want them dark, or a color a little bit lighter than your natural brow, just not black. Also, you will need a spoolie, which is the thing that looks like a mascara applicator. It's actually called a spoolie. You will need some concealer. I use LA Girl Pro in the color Toffee. You will need a concealer brush. This step here is optional, but if you have oily skin and your brows tend to get really oily by midday, I find that putting a little powder on them, finishing powder, before you do them kind of keeps it, matte. So we'll start with the powder, and I'm gonna dust a little bit of that on my brows, like so. Also use a brow pomade if that's what you like. I have some here, and I have this Morphe kind, and it's chocolate mousse. This is what it looks like. I use that sometimes, but most of the time I just find that it's easier to use a pencil. So let's get to it. I'm gonna start by outlining the bottom of my brow, and I'm just gonna follow the natural line. It helps if you get your brows done first, but it's not a big deal if you don't. So I'm gonna start in the front, and I'm gonna leave a little bit in the front, and I'll show you why I did that later. Natural line of your brow. And if your brow is short, I don't know if you can see, you want to take the end to where it meets with the corner of your eye. You don't want to go any longer than that. And see here, I left a little bit in the beginning. Same thing on the other side. And another thing, brows are sisters, not twins. So most people's brows, they're both different. They don't look exactly alike. What you're trying to do is make them as identical as possible, but if they're not exactly alike, that's fine. If you can tell, one of my brows is actually higher than the other one. So they're sisters, not twins. Next, I'm gonna take my spoolie, and I'm just gonna comb the hairs down. And I'm gonna line the top. And when you get to the arch in your brow, kind of round it. Don't leave it sharp like this line is. Kind of round it down and meet with the end. you got that done, you're gonna take your pencil and you're gonna make little hair-like strokes to fill your brow in. Don't fill it in the front yet. Leave that open for right now and just focus on the tail and the middle of your brow. Now in the front, you're gonna likely do a few strokes in the front. Once you got that filled in, you're going to take your spoolie and you're going to blend the product into your brow. Most people's brows are not dark in the front. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your spoolie here and you're going to go like this back and forth to fade it out. You want like an ombre fade effect, light to dark. And how you achieve that is just take your spoolie and just go back and forth until it's faded in. Now you're going to take your concealer to clean them up. And that's how you get that freshly arched, really defined look, is with concealer. So I'm going to put a little bit on my concealer brush. And I'm going to put this concealer underneath my brow. And you want to have a steady hand. You want a sharp line. You don't want to mess up on this part. After you got your line, you're just going to drag the concealer down, blend it. And if you kind of messed up and got like a crooked line, just take a little bit more and go back in and straighten the line out. Take whatever you have to blend. You can use your blending sponge. Blend that out. You can use your finger. It's up to you. Same thing on the other side. And at the end, you want your eyebrow to gradually fade to a thin point. So keep that in mind when you're applying your concealer. Now some people like to highlight the top. I don't like doing that because it just looks a little crazy to me to have this super light line up here. But if you are going to do that part, take some concealer that's closer to your skin tone than the concealer that you use here, or you can even use your foundation for the top. I'm gonna grab some foundation. This is Revlon Color Stay Full Coverage Foundation, just to show you guys how to do it on the top. And I got just a little dab in my hand. Now I'm taking the same concealer brush, dabbing a little bit on the brush, and you're going to outline the top of your brow just as you did the bottom. And I start at the end. And you want to get as close to your brow as you can without actually touching the brow. Just drag it up. Take your sponge, blend that out. And I noticed that I needed to blend out the beginning a little more. How I do my brows. Thank you for watching. If you like this, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, but most importantly, subscribe.